Hey there, I'm Josh and welcome to Homebrew Wednesday #1 for my channel. Cheers, glad you're here. Just drinking a Sgt. Pepper's Ale. It's a British bitter I homemade and it is delicious. I hope you guys are enjoying a nice homebrewed beverage yourself. In today's homebrew video, I just wanted to, first of all, it's my first time ever doing it. I've seen a lot of other guys doing it. Emiladius and Craig too do a really good job with theirs. And I brew a lot. I got into this hobby about 2 years ago, and I've really kind of hit the bricks running with this hobby. So I do a lot of brewing, but I just got a huge shipment in. I figured in today's homebrew video I'd just show you I'm getting ready to brew this weekend. It's going to be my first ever 10-gallon batch. For the last year and a half, or almost 2 years, I've done nothing but 5-gallon batches. And of course I started like everybody else with extracts and stuff. But just wanted to kind of go through this big order I got and what I'll be brewing this weekend and show you guys kind of what's up. So first thing, I order a lot of my stuff from Northern Brewer, and pretty awesome website. The guys up there do a really cool bi-weekly video, I guess it's kind of like a podcast, video webcast, and you can check it out at northernbrewer.com. It's really, really good. But anyway, so let's go through what came in. First things first, I'm going to be using a 15-gallon brew pot, and maybe one of my next Homebrew Wednesday videos or brewing videos, I'll walk you through the pot, but I'm going to be converting it. I got, instead of paying $200 or $300 for the pot, I got it from a local restaurant warehouse, and I'm going to be adding a 1.5-inch ball valve to it, and this bazooka tube, which will act as a filter for the hops and stuff at the bottom, so I can just open up the valve and drain the wort right off the top, I guess the top of the hops and stuff. But it'll work really good. It kind of reduce the need and use of a siphon at the end of the brew. But that's really cool, and I got that again from Northern Brewer. All this stuff's from Northern Brewer. I also ordered, some extra hop bags and extra air filter. One thing I've learned, by the way, is these little air filters. I don't know if you can see that there. It's kind of see-through, but they are pretty awesome. This is an S-shaped airlock. Sorry, not air filter. An airlock. And I love these things. The problem is when I'm washing them and cleaning them, I tend to bend them up a little bit, and then I'll notice they like break off here at the joint. So I end up buying, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these throughout the year and just kind of keeping them on hand just in case, because you don't want to have your carboy full of wort, yeast in ready to go, and you find out one of these has a little crack in the bottom, which is not good. Bugs can get in. So so I always buy extra one of these, but I love the S-shaped one a lot better than the standard bubbler 2-piece airlock or 3-piece airlock, whatever it is, because I do a lot of lagering as well, and in future videos I'll show you my sort of setup out in my garage. I've got a couple fridges, one for lagering, one for I've got some taps and beer on tap and things. But those are really cool. Let's see here. I also have some hops. I'm going to be doing a Petite Saison, getting ready for the spring and summer. Just a Belgian summer ale. I really, really love it. So those are the hops that I ordered to go along with it. And typically, like I said, I'd be doing a 5-gallon batch, but I'm going to do 10. I'm going to kick it up a little bit with some corn sugar to try to bring the alcoholic percentage up some. The recipe that I made, I went to brewmasterswarehouse.com. They have a really cool application on their website that'll allow you to sort of build your beer with their little app, and it'll tell you what the ABV is going to be, what the color will be, how much grain you'll need to get it to a certain point, what style it's falling in when you create it. I really love that app, and it allows you to sort of, you build it, and then if you want to, you can order it from them. They'll ship it straight to you. If you live in an area like I do, I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, there are no beer stores here. The one that was here a couple years ago was hosted by a local brewery, and I don't think they did any business enough to stay open. They closed about a year before I got here. So a lot of places around the country aren't as great as Colorado or the Northwest or even Minnesota to have some great brew stores and stuff. So if you don't have them local, Brewmasters Warehouse and northernbrewer.com are awesome. But this is a pound of sugar to help kick up the alcoholic percentage a little bit. Then I've got Star San. All right, that's great. Star San, love it because it's easy. When I used to be in the restaurant business way back in the day, we used to use this stuff to clean at the end of the night. So and sanitize stuff, especially in the bar area. But I use Star San as my go-to sort of sanitizer. And then the good stuff. I've got here, let's see, how many total pounds do we have? This is 4, 6, 7.5 pounds plus 7.5 pounds. And they just split up into 2 orders of grain here for the mash. And we're looking at 5.5 pounds of German Vienna malt, 4, 8, 9 pounds of Belgian Pilsner, and 1.5 pounds of torrefied wheat for this recipe. All right, so that's good. And finally, a lot of bubble wrap in here. I've got 1 pound of Bryce carapils, and I use carapils to help with the head retention a little bit, give it maybe just slightly more body, but I do like to just use a little bit of carapils in my recipes. Lately, I've been having some trouble with head retention. This beer here, the British Bitter, it held the head for quite a long time. You can see it's still got a little light foam on top, so it did a lot better when I used carapils last time. And it doesn't change the flavor all that much. I don't use all that much, depends on the recipe size. But this is 1 pound, and I'll probably end up using most of this in this recipe, but we're talking close to, what, 17 or 18 pounds of grain, so 1 pound of that will help with the head retention a little bit and help those proteins that we need to get that. So anyway, that's our Homebrew Wednesday for today. Just a little box unpacking. I'm looking forward to brewing this weekend with the 15-gallon pot. Whether or not I'm able to connect the bazooka tube filter to the bottom and get the valve in place is yet to be seen. And I'll come at you later with a little taste test video. Until then, happy brewing and enjoy your beer safely. We'll see you soon.